Fortress of Fear, Palace of Malice. I went ahead and spent several hours powering up my characters, not intentionally. I wasn't actually getting levels on purpose. What I was actually trying to do was develop my fun size forge to get stars on everything. I haven't finished it. There's just a couple things left to do. But before I got to that point, I finally went around and bought some items. I hadn't bought a gear like the entire game except for maybe like the Corsair's outfit. So let's see here. Okay, everything from the Trodane Togs on down are items that I had to buy in order to fill up my encyclopedia. For example, the Hypno Whip was not something that I could currently forge. Maybe I can find it down the line, I don't know. But at this juncture in the game, I don't have access to a Hypno Whip or any of the other items in this in the list that you're seeing here. So all of these things I had to go and purchase. And so if you're like playing along and you also feel like filling up your encyclopedia at some point, when you find, say, the Ice Axe, you might as well buy it at that time if you plan on filling up your encyclopedia. That way you can make use of it. So what we're going to do is, before I go and forge that stuff, I'm going to go ahead and warp to, since I'm doing some commentary at the moment, we're going to go ahead and warp to, where is it? The Field of Discipline. If you leave this area and then talk to your allies, they do have more dialogue. My destiny was to guide you to Yggdrasil. When it fell, all of that came to an end. I was left without a purpose. But I made a choice. I chose to stand beside you and aid you in any way I could until we had defeated the Lord of Shadows. I would not change the decision for the world. Whatever happens, however this ends, I have no regrets. You are the Luminary, and I will protect you at all costs. When we were growing up, Jasper always left me in the shade. Whether it was horsemanship, study, or the sword, I was always second best. I wish I knew when things had gone wrong. When did the darkness in Jasper's heart lead him astray? Alas, lost time cannot be regained. All I can do to avenge Jasper's death is to slay the one who led him down the path of darkness. Mordegon will pay the ultimate price. This I swear. You know something, laddie? I remember the first time I held you in my arms when you were just a wee bairn. You were so light and frail I was a wee bit worried. But look at how you turned out. A mighty warrior destined to defeat the Lord of Shadows. We're all depending on you, laddie. You've got the world's future in your hands.
Yes?
I was once a weakling, a spoiled princess who could not protect you, Tran. But no longer. Now I fight to protect the Luminary, and I will not stop until Mordegon has drawn his last breath.
How wonderful!
Honey, I just had a brainwave. When all of this is over and Mordegon is pushing up the daisies, how about you all join me as performers in my parade? We can thrill the crowds with some of our finest moves. They'll lap it up, I just know they will. Just thinking about it makes me happy. Come on, let's finish off Mordegon and then get down to the serious business. Show business!
Yeah!
Listen, I know this might sound kind of stupid, but there's something I need to say. We've done a heck of a lot of traveling, but you know what? There's never been a dull moment. Thanks, Tran. I've had a blast. This next section, you'll probably want to jump to the 16-minute mark if you don't want to see what kind of skills our characters get. But since I'm nearly max level, we get pretty much almost every skill. So I don't want to just like jump in power without showing what has happened. In this case, it's skill levels, and I mentioned the whole forging thing, which I definitely did edit out, because watching me forge 300 items is probably not fun. Welcome, Luminary, to the field of discipline. Alright, so for the first group, we'll put in Serena. And for the second group, since they're a physical-based unit, last time I put in Hendrik. We'll use Savannah. Savannah's kind of like... No, we should use Tran. Because this is a solo match right there. So the fourth one's probably the toughest. We use Eric. And third one, we'll use Rab. Those are probably my best area effect guys, I think. I haven't actually done stats or anything. Then we'll just fill in the gaps with whoever else. Your trial has only just begun. You cannot rest yet. Keep your wits about you. There's more in store for you yet. Final challenge of the current trial awaits you. Give it your all, Luminary.
Our triumph was never in doubt.
You have conquered the third trial. Impressive work, Luminary. You have successfully completed the third trial. And how efficiently did you dispatch your foes? Let's see how many actions you took. A mere 9 moves. Hereby present you with this award. Tran acquires a bright staff. And so this is the gear I've got for the end of the game. Let's take a look at the bright staff. Attacks made with this radiant rod can strip foes of beneficial effects. Okay. Now that we've taken care of this side challenge, we're going to head back to the boss's lair. One quick cut later, we are back at the Palace of Malice. I've completed my encyclopedia as much as I can. There's some items that I missed in the beginning of the game, just buying a copper chopper from Heliodor, but I imagine that it won't be a permanent missable. An aura of ultimate evil emanates from within. It must be the Lord of Shadows. Are you sure you want to enter? Yes.
So you have come, Luminary. But you are too late. The source of life is no more. Erdrea is veiled in darkness, and I reign supreme. Yggdrasil is dead. You are naught but leaves blown on the wind. a sickening light, just as did those of the hero of old. Fools. Why do you never learn? Love, hope, dreams, worthless, mere words. And yet your faith in them refuses to die. But no longer. I shall carve a despair into the human soul that will last until your kind finally dwindles and dies.
We shall see. The Lord of Shadows draws near. Jade calls upon the power of Pep. The party prepare to unleash Giga Burst. That's how you do damage, Sylvando.
Wallow in purest agony.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Nice.
Your power is mine! So this is the power of the Luminary. Impressive. But I tired of these games. I am Mordegon, master of all things. I call upon the power of the sword. All must be destroyed!
Guess it wouldn't be a boss fight without a transformation.
Children of Yggdrasil, denizens of light, I will snuff out your lives. You will dwell with me in darkness.
Lord of Shadows and Mordegon draw near. Get a full heal, but this won't be necessary. First off, we're going to swap out the team.
Why don't I show you how it's done?
And then we're going to allow Tran to do his own thing. The Lord of Shadows and Mordegon begin to snake through the sky. Mordegon dances dangerously into view. Eric calls upon the power of Pep. I was originally planning to do another 4-player pep attack, but this is good too. That way you don't have to see the same ability again. And there goes all my pep power. The Lord of Shadows and Mordegon begin to snake through the sky. Lord of Shadow jumps into the fray.
How's about this for a pick-me-up? Ah!
You waste an entire turn laughing? Alright. Now, one of the previous games, I think it was Dragon Quest Heroes, the enemy would often attempt to do Disruptive Wave if you cast a bonus spell, also called a buff in normal terms. So, Rab using up his turn to make the boss use up a turn is pretty good trade. Trandus gobbled up whole. Okay. Every character is equipped with a 40% darkness damage reduction accessory. Okay, you can stop that now. Trandus shocked. And is envenomated, and has fallen and can't get up. The Lord of Shadows is defeated. Mordegon casts Zing. Lord of Shadows returns to life. Well, that sucks. Mordegon emits an eerie glow. Lord of Shadows takes 666 points of damage.
Our triumph was never in doubt.
Lord of Shadows and Mordegon are defeated. Tran acquires the Sword of Shadows.
But I am Mordegon, master of all things. My reign is not over. Cannot be! Accursed luminary!
It's over.
A mysterious voice reverberates around the room. Everybody's not in their costumes.
You have done well to defeat Mordegon. Thanks to you, life and light will return to Erdrea at last.
Who was that?
We need to get out of here. Now!
Pre-rendered movie. That's why they redid my costumes.
We finally got rid of Mordegon.
Yes. But so many lives have been lost. Look, that light! Does this mean... Yes, the World Tree. It's alive.
Mordegon's passing must have freed the heart of Yggdrasil from his clutches.
I wish Veronica could have been here to see this.
I think it's time to go home, don't you?
Has your accent gotten thicker? I feel like Serena's face looked really different during the cutscene. Huh. Well, that's the end of the game. I find that a little weird, because there's a lot of unresolved issues. Like, first off, I have no idea what those little sprite things are. And I do know that I played this over, what, like 2 years? So maybe I don't remember everything. But I never figured out what the little ghostly things are. see, what else was there? Never did get to read the book in Phenomenon. There's a couple recipe books that I didn't get, that I assumed I would get later. Some monsters that didn't fill up my encyclopedia. I managed to defeat every single monster, or fill out all the monsters in the available regions I've got. The little bald dude said that there could be more trials up ahead. And I never found I never found the resources needed to upgrade my Trodane DLC gear. I never found the key to all those prison door looking things. So, but the more I think about it, the more I'm confident that there's going to be stuff to do after the credits. So I really don't have a reason to believe I missed that many things. I was pretty thorough. Like, that's why my character's got 20 odd levels between last episode and this episode, because I went around and wanted to star every single forge item. I liked Arborea. They try to help out a lot. Oh, I don't see why they should have to sell the luminary things. Just give him things, but it's fine. It's not like I needed any stuff from them. Kind of wondered about her when I saw Gildiga lassoing the companions. Yeah, and here's another unresolved issue. Still never did figure out what was up with Erdwin's lantern. Again, I know that I spent 2 years playing the game, so I might not remember every detail. But I feel like I have no idea who flew in, destroyed the star, and why, and what Kalasmos means. It does sound a lot like the Calamus flute, but I feel like I remember being Kalasmos. One of the things I have to do is I have to play each thing generally about twice, because the first time I play through something, the cutscenes, they stutter during recording. When I'm playing it, there's no stutter. Everything's smooth. But when I look at the recording, it's always stuttering. So for this game, I play through it the first time, just like that one area, and then I load and I play through it again. And if I need to, I edit in things from the first playthrough, like achievements that pop up or something. And then I have to edit it. So I'll generally see it the third time. That's how I remember some of the stuff. Is I remember, because I have to sit through it 3 times just to put out an episode. I do a lot of editing. Like for example, I get rid of all the loading screens, and I definitely trim out some of the grind. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you see me run around and do, but I take out a lot of it. I really like how it's changing the picture based on the beat. That's a nice touch. I always kind of look for that, and I never really get to see it. I always kind of assume it's going to happen during a cutscene or something. I just don't see it happening. I fall into a rhythm, and then it's like, oh, no, it's just coincidental. Tesseract. No, wrong franchise. The end. Lord of Shadows is defeated, and peace returns to the world. A few days later, Tran and his companions gather in Arborea to remember their friend Veronica. To be continued.